Yes, sir. At once.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. Agreed. At once. Of course. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Comrade.
Reinforcements have
Affirmative.
arrived.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Affirmative.
First objective met.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
10
At once.
minutes remaining.
At once. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have
Acknowledged.
arrived.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Vehicle report.
Acknowledged.
Reinforcements have
Acknowledged.
arrived.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Warning, 5 minutes remaining.
Waiting on affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Warning, 4
Acknowledged.
minutes remaining.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Warning,
Affirmative.
3 minutes
Acknowledged.
remaining. Naval unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Warning, 2 minutes remaining.
Report. Acknowledged.
Naval unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Warning, 1 minute remaining. Naval unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reinforcements
Acknowledged.
have arrived.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Reinforcements have
Affirmative.
arrived. Naval unit
Yes,
lost.
sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reinforcements
Affirmative.
have
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders at once. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Of course. Yes, sir. At once. Agreed. Yes, sir. Very well. Of course. Of course. At once. Sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Of course, sir. Very well.
Unit
Very well,
lost.
sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Got juice? Let's dance. Got juice? Fully charged. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Agreed. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Agreed.
orders. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Very well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, comrade. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. Very well. At once. At once. Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. Of course. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Agreed. Acknowledged. Agreed. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Comrade. No juice? Good. Power on. Charge. Good. Right now. Power on. Right now. Power on. Let's go. Good. Right now.
Unit lost.
Fully charged.
Unit lost.
Fully charged. Power on. Right now. Extra crispy. Fully charged. Comrade.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. In a jump. Let's dance. Got juice? Jockey, burn. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. In a jump. Power on.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Got
lost.
juice? Let's dance. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes. My doggy. My good baby bird. Fully charged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Agreed. At once. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. At once. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Comrade, acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
In a jump. Doggy.
Unit lost.
Extra crispy.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Got juice? Let's dance. Comrade, affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes. Extra
Unit
crispy.
lost.
Doggy.
Unit
Crispy
lost.
doggy.
Reporting orders.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir. Waiting order.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting at once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir. Agreed. At once. Yes, sir. At
Yes,
once.
sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Mission accomplished.